Okay, so today we're going to read the first day of school. Well, it's just the first day. You may begin.
Okay. Here we go again. I thought the first day of fourth grade, I always got a little nervous on the first day of school. I knew a lot of the other kids who would be in my class, and I had heard that the teacher was nice. There would still be a lot of new things, though. We would have new rules and new routines.
Routines. Do you know what routines are? What are routines?
Yeah, activities.
That's right. Routines are activities. So you're going to have new rules and new
routines.
Very good.
We would have new information to learn in all of the subject areas. There would also be classes to different hallways.
Wait. I think you missed something. I think you missed a complete line.
Yeah, there would also be some new things that I would expect, like maybe they moved the classes to different hallways. It was exciting to put that. That didn't mean I wasn't anxious.
And what does the word exciting mean?
Exciting means if you're very happy.
Very happy. And what about anxious?
Anxious is if you are.
What is the opposite of exciting?
Anxious if you are like worried.
Very good. So there might be new routines in the fourth grade. It should be exciting, but you may be a little nervous as well. Very nice. All right, let's continue.
Okay. Wait a moment. We lined up outside, and for the first week, the teachers helped up signs with their names to help us find the right spot to line up. I knew the name Mrs. Richard.
Oh, I think you missed the line.
I knew where the fourth grades line up and quickly spotted the name Mrs. Richardson. Mrs. Richardson. On one of the signs, she would be my new teacher for the year. As I got in line, I said hello to the friends. I hadn't seen all summer. Mrs. Richardson walked down the line introducing herself to her new students. She stuck out her hand and said, "Hi, I'm Mrs. Richardson. What's your name?" "Elson," I answered and shook her hand. It's nice to meet you, Alice. Oh, listen. Elson?
Allison.
Allison? How was your summer? It was good. I got to go to the pool a lot, I said. That's great, Allison. Thanks for speaking incomplete sentences. That shows me that you are writing. Writing is probably very nice. Compliment Mrs. Richardson.
Okay, complimented.
Before she
Complimented.
complimented Mrs. Richardson before she moved on to the next student. It felt great to be complimented by my new teacher. As we entered the classroom, Mrs. Richardson showed us where to put our supplies. Then we gathered on the carpet, our classmates, to work together very closely in order to complete the many exciting projects. We're going to do the
Okay, is that
year?
this year? We're going to do this year.
We're going to do this year. You'll be working with each other frequently.
Good, frequently.
So I want to make sure we're all on the same page. I want to know what is important to you, what you value in your classroom, teacher, classmates, and yourself. Please take a minute and think to yourself about your values.
Let's stop there for a moment. What do you think values are? What do you think?
Values are things that you need and that you have.
Things that you need, things that you have, and things that you like and appreciate.
Yeah.
Things that are important to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Wait a moment. My bad hurts. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. We all sat quietly. Then Mrs. Richardson gave us a partner, asked us to introduce ourselves to each other, and asked us to share our thoughts with each other. The ideas my partner and I came up with were respect, honesty, teamwork, and fairness. Yeah, those are some important things.
Those are important
And
values.
those are four of the important things you need to do.
Very good. I think so too.
Let's just do this one.
Okay.
To it.
You're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
After sharing with our partner, Mrs. Richardson asked pairs to group, choose respect,
Wait a minute, wait. She asked 2 pairs to, you skipped a line.
She asked 2 pairs to work together to decide on 3 values and write them down. Our group chose respect, cooperation,
Cooperation.
cooperation,
Mm-hmm.
and fairness. When the groups were done, each group had a chance to present their ideas, and we voted on which the 3 we would use as our classroom values.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how we worked together to choose the values that would guide our classroom.
Okay, very good. See, and that we are going to go to. Now, let's look back before we retell the story and answer some questions. Is
That was the story?
So this story is
Mm.
about Allison. Is she nervous? Is she nervous on the first day of school?
What?
Is she nervous on the first day of school?
Yes.
Can you answer in a
A little. She is he is a little nervous.
okay? On the first day of school, she's a little nervous. So you'll answer.
You mean he? It's a
Okay.
he.
It's a he. Okay. We'll answer in complete sentences. Okay.
Mhm.
Did he think the teacher would be nice?
Yes, he heard that the teacher would be nice.
And what about things that he would learn? Would he learn anything or not?
Yes, he would learn something. A lot of new things.
What are some of the things that he will learn?
New rules and new routines.
What would be an example of a new rule? That would be different than first grade. What would be a rule that he would learn that he didn't have to do in first grade?
Always be fair.
You don't think he needed to be fair in first grade?
Yes, but I don't know really.
Maybe in first grade, you could just run to the bathroom if you had to go very quickly. You wouldn't have to raise your hand. But in fourth grade, you should raise.
No, we had to raise our hands.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, and ask. But and now we are not allowed to go in the lesson. We're going in the middle, like in the breaks.
Okay. You
We're
can't go.
allowed to go only.
You only get to go to the restroom during breaks.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the bathroom. Yeah.
So those could be new rules. And what is a routine? What is
A routine is an activity. So maybe a new routine is swinging or catching.
Okay. Very good.
Or even running around the school, because that was the routine in third grade and fourth and second grade. A new routine.
All right. Do you think Allison would be?
Allison would be was excited, but also a little bit anxious.
And what does anxious mean?
Like nervous.
Very good. Did they line up outside?
Yes, they lined up outside.
And why did they line up outside?
To know in which teacher they have and which class they are.
And what is the name of Allison's teacher?
Allison's teacher is Mrs. Richardson.
Very good. Mhm. And did Mrs. Richardson shake Allison's hand?
Yes. And Mrs. Richardson showed all their hands, all the kids' hands,
Oh, she
and
did.
introduced herself.
Mhm.
Like the kids introduced to her.
Okay. What did she ask Allison?
And what is his name?
And what else did she ask him?
It's and how was your summer?
Very good. She asked about his summer. What did Mrs. Richardson think about his ability to speak when she asked him about his summer?
Mm,
What did she think about his ability to speak?
it may be that he is maybe a good, very nice writer.
Very good. And did Allison enjoy being complimented by his teacher?
Yes.
And what does compliment mean?
To be spoken at and that you that people said nice things to you.
When someone says nice things. Did Miss Richardson show the students something in the classroom? What did she show them?
Yes, she showed them where to put their supplies.
And what are some examples of supplies that students would have?
Books
Mhm.
and workbooks,
Workbooks, paper, pencils, and
books.
their book bags, maybe. Okay. And what is a project?
Maybe their art stuff and their
Mhm.
sports
Very good.
clothes.
Their sports clothes, their gym clothes, their sports clothes. What is a project? What do you think a project is?
A project is if you do something with other people and it's a very cool thing,
Mm.
a
Have
new
you ever
thing.
have you ever worked on a project with your classmates?
A lot of times.
Mm.
And always we have new classmates.
Mhm.
Actually, we don't have new classmates. Always when we do a project
Mhm.
and we are allowed to choose which one we take.
Oh, you get to choose. Very good.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see.
And I would, if you are in my grade, I would choose you.
You would choose me?
Yeah, you can choose more. So I would choose you. Yeah.
Would you choose me first?
Yeah.
Then that makes me feel really happy that you would choose me. I would choose you too. You would be the first one. And if someone chose you before I did, I would be so sad. I would say, I wanted Grim to be on my team. All right.
But then I could say I'm gonna choose you.
Okay. And we can switch.
Then you're still on my team.
Okay. And what did we say a value is?
A value is something you're proud of and you respect it
Mm-hmm.
and you do it.
All right. If you were chosen on a team, what are some of the what are some of the values that you might come up with? Can you name 4, but not necessarily just these 4, but maybe 2 of these and 2 others? What are some values?
Respect, honesty,
Mhm.
teamwork, fairness, to be nice,
Mhm. Good.
um,
Could you share
Yeah, share,
and share?
no hitting,
No hitting. Good.
and to be honest.
Okay, and honest, I think is there. To be honest is there. Okay, so here's honest right there. Honest. All right, now let's see. I want you to retell the story. When you retell the story, I want you to use honest. I want you to honest, school, rules. Give me 2 more words that I want you to use when you describe the story or retell the story.
Wait. What was it? I forgot the word for for this doing stuff for.
Is it
Was it?
fairness?
No.
Well, tell me about it and I'll figure it out. Tell me about it.
Like in sport,
Mhm,
like action, if you do something,
mhm,
like one around the school building,
mhm. Would
like
it be
activities. Yeah, activities.
activities?
This word, do you know?
Activities, okay.
I wanted to say the other word.
Active
Like routines.
routines, good. Routines. Okay,
hmm,
I think that's good. All right, tell me about the story.
um,
The story is about what? What is it about? The first day. Okay. The story is about the first day. What does the teacher do?
the teacher is standing in at the place with holding her name,
The teacher is standing.
and the kids are lining up with the teachers. I don't really know how.
Oh, you remember. And what is the
No.
teacher's name?
And Mrs. Richardson.
Okay, but the teacher's name is,
Mrs. Richardson. The teacher's name is Mrs. Richardson.
and who did she introduce herself to first?
I forgot the name.
Was it Allison?
Yeah, Allison.
Okay, in a complete sentence.
And she introduced first him Allison.
And what did she ask Allison? Do you remember what she asked Allison about his summer?
How was your summer?
That's right. She asked about his
Allison's summer. And about his name.
and his name. Anything else? Does she have any rules, supplies? Remember the words that you're using: honest, school, rules, activities, and routine. You want to talk about,
Because I have to use those?
yeah, as you talk about,
Oh, that even makes hurt. Very and Allison thought that they're gonna get they're gonna do they're gonna have new rules and do new activities or routines.
Okay, so what should I write? Allison thought that they were going to
When you're here now,
teach. Oh, you thought that they would have. What did she? What did he think that they would have?
new rules,
New rules.
new activities or routines.
Okay. Anything about honest in school?
But this, I don't know.
In the morning,
They did a new project, and Allison with and his partner chose chose 4 words, and they chose honest too. But
was it values? Were they trying to choose values?
Yeah, they were trying to choose values, and the school teacher showed where they should put their supplies. I used all 5 words.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can you read that for me? Maybe I can make it a little bit.
No, I cannot read it
Is it
because
so small? Okay, let's see. How about now? Can you read it now?
No, still too small, and it's too dark. That's why I also cannot see it.
Okay, I'll have to read it because I can't make it any bigger. The story is about the first day. The teacher is standing in the place near her name, and the kids are lining up with the teacher. The teacher's name is Mrs. Richardson. Mrs. Richardson introduced herself to Allison. She asked about his summer and his name. Allison thought that they would have new rules, new activities, or new routines. In school, they would do projects and they were to choose values, and Allison's group chose 3 rules. The teacher showed them where they should put their supplies. Okay. Let's see, what else did we learn? It's clear, ultrasounds. Could you read number 2?
Number two. How would a different setting have changed the story? For example, if the first day had been set in the future, would all of the events and materials they use be the same? No, all the materials and all the events and the materials would be not the same.
Why would they not be the same?
Because it's a new class, and they already had those events and materials.
Mm-hmm.
Because some books, some materials you don't need anymore, but some materials you do need.
Mm-hmm. And if it happened in the future, they would probably have another teacher. They would probably be in another class. Yeah. And they would have new friends, maybe. Let's look at number 3. Could you read number 3? Read number 3.
How does values mean the story?
Not
In
how,
short,
not how, but what? What does?
What does values mean in this short story? How do you know? The value means that thing that you do and you respect. And value, I know it because I can read.
Very good.
Yeah.
You know because you can read. Now in number 4, you'll have to know what it means to have a different point of view. Could you read number 4?
What would a different point
Is
of
that what, or is it how?
how would a different point of view have changed the story?
What does it mean to have a different point of view?
That you see the thing that the other people see other way.
So if someone else was telling the story, maybe a parent talking about the first day and not the student, it would be different. And what might a parent say if it was the first day? For example, a parent might say, I have to get Allison out to the school bus so he can make new friends and meet his teacher. Can you give me another different or another point of view?
Can you say your point of view again?
I'm giving my point of view from the point of view of a parent. And the parent says, I have to get Allison to the bus stop so he will not miss the bus. So maybe you can give me the point of view from Shiro. Shiro might say, goodbye, brother. Have fun in school today.
Yeah, and Piers maybe says, goodbye. See you later. Bye, Mom. That's all.
Now let's look at number 5.
How did the class choose their classroom values to do? You think that was the best way for them to choose why or why not?
Okay.
And they chose the classroom values by having a partner and sitting on the how do you say this, on the floor? Not a mattress, carpet, on the carpet, and they said all their ideas. Which valued, and the teacher chose the value.
Did you remember any of the values that the students chose?
Honesty. Wait. Fairness.
Honesty, fairness.
Respect.
Respect, that's very important.
And something else. I don't know the fourth one.
Okay, the fourth one can be one that you choose. The fourth one can be one that you choose.
To be nice.
To be nice. Why is it important to be nice?
Because if you're not nice, you would get bad boys in the school, and then you get, and then the kid would have blue eyes the next time the mom sees them, and then they wouldn't let the um boys to the school and to the other school like that,
Mhm.
or no school and learn at home.
And is it important to have respect for others?
And yes, it's a respecting if they're the older person, and if he says something, you have to listen to him. If it's like sit properly in the bus, then you
Mhm.
have to sit properly in the bus. But if it's like silly things, throw his bottle on the floor, and that you don't have to respect.
Oh, but I think you could say, I'm sorry, my ball.
Still, I'm sorry. Why didn't you? Why you should? If you're sorry, why didn't you? If you're sorry, you wouldn't say I'm sorry if you're not doing it. So
Okay, so this person probably is just being a bully.
yeah. So don't listen on bullies.
Mm-hmm. And what should you do if there is a bully? Should you take matters into your own hands or should you tell someone, like an adult?
An adult.
Yes, you should tell an adult. All right, well, we did really great today with the lesson. Thank you so much for that. Now, let's see, where am I? Yeah.